Take a look at this video. This is snail farming, and this is arguably one of the most lucrative business you can ever think of in this life. Yes, and this lady you see here is also one of the most successful snail farmers we have in Nigeria, if not the whole of Africa. This lady started this business in a very small scale, but today her snail, the numbers of snails she has is currently almost uncountable. She exports thousands of these snails to different parts of the world. Yes, this lady has become so big that she actually supplies snail eggs and baby snails to other snail farmers across the country and across the world. People in Canada, Australia, US, UK. In fact, this lady is something else entirely. And you are going to see exactly how she trains this snail all the way from their egg, how she picks the eggs, train them. Okay, for example, now watch this particular one she's collecting. This one is actually going to be shipped as eggs. See how she prepares the egg before she transports them. I don't know whether this one is going to another country or is actually going to a place within Nigeria, but this is how she prepares them. You can see. So she actually prepares them the same way she does the hatching. You will see also the process of hatching. She also exports these baby snails to other farmers. I don't know whether this one is going to out of the country or also within Nigeria, but you can see how she prepares them before she transports them. Now, this is exactly how she collects the eggs. Once the snails lay the egg this way, she collects these eggs, then go to prepare a place for hatching them. How does she do the hatching? Now watch. So she actually sometimes she uses this plastic, while sometimes she does it naturally on the ground. So when she uses the plastic, she just gets some loamy soil in the plastic, then put the snails, cover it with small amount of sand, and before you know it, in a few weeks it is ready for hatching. And you can see the eggs, the snails, how they come out, very small. You can see, right? Now watch how she does it also naturally on the ground directly. You can see she just places it on the floor, the eggs, then just cover them with small amount of soil, and from there in a few weeks it is ready for hatching. Now after this hatching, what does she do? She prepares a pen for them. Now on this pen, she used the dry banana leaves, just as you can see. And after wetting the dry banana leaves, she drops the snails on it, and continue to wet them and also give them feeds. I think she feeds them with water leaf, pawpaw, watermelon, and so many other things like that. And before you know it, these snails are grown. You can see what she wrote on the caption here: 5,000 pieces of snail going to Atlanta, and that's about 11 million naira. That's what she wrote there. That's to tell you the numbers that this lady push every month. I don't want to go deep into details, but for those who might maybe come across this lady one or two times, you are going to get to understand exactly how deep this lady understands this business. You can see how fresh her snails look. So she does it. The farm has become so big. In fact, currently she says she's expecting to have about a new 10,000 baby snails before the end of December this year. So she's building a bigger pen. A lot is happening in this industry, and a lot of people are still seeing snail farmers as jokes. But I can tell you for good, snail is one of the most lucrative business, because one thing you need to know is that these things, the way they give birth, the way they lay eggs, is unbelievable. They lay eggs anyhow, and that's how they multiply. And according to this lady, she actually said that if you want to grow your snail to 10,000, that you can actually start with just 600 egg or 600 baby snails if you want to take it slowly, or maybe if you want to rush it as a matter of fact, depending on your capacity. But that even if you start with only 3 snails, that you will definitely get to the numbers. She didn't start with up to 50 as a matter of fact, but today the numbers she's doing is unbelievable. So the business, this is one business that is less stressful, very cheap to run, very cheap to start, and in fact it has low risk, because this thing does, apart from harmattan season that requires you to wet them over and over, there is basically almost no risk attached to this business. And that is one thing, that is one reason I will encourage anybody who has a space in your house, in the house, or you have a compound that where you can train these things, to give it a try. a lot of people do this. A lot of people are actually going into it currently. People from diaspora, people in Nigeria, a lot of people, because these things are becoming very expensive currently. As I'm talking to you, somebody was actually telling me today that 3 of these is costing over 3,000 naira. 3 of it, which I'm not sure if that number is actually accurate or whether it is current. So you can tell exactly what the industry will become in the next 5 years. This is encouraging.